IHG True Hospitality Introduction. There are certain skills that all of us use to overcome challenges we might face during the day. Skills that keep us positive, confident, and attentive, that help us solve any problem that might come our way. These are the same skills that help everyone who works for an IHG hotel do what they do best: deliver true hospitality. In this IHG True Hospitality Service Skills course, we're going to explore some of the essential skills each of you can master in order to deliver true hospitality to guests. But before we begin, we will need to explain true hospitality, understand why it's so important, and list the skills essential to it. First, let's explain true hospitality. True hospitality is IHG's brand promise. It's about making everyone feel welcome and cared for, whoever and wherever they are. It's about delivering great service and experiences to guests, and treating our colleagues with respect, looking after the environment and giving back to the local community, doing the right thing for our guests and each other. So true hospitality is a promise of great service. It turns an ordinary stay into an amazing stay. Great service lets guests know that they are special, and each colleague know they are making a difference. It's more than a friendly hello. It's the smile that changes their day. This is why true hospitality is so important. At IHG, we are dedicated to providing great service because we know how important this is to our guests. We genuinely care about people, and we show this through living out our promise of true hospitality each and every day. It's what connects every colleague in all IHG hotels. And through this course, you will learn how to deliver on that promise, using the skills essential to true hospitality. True attitude, true confidence, true listening, and true responsiveness. Each IHG hotel brand delivers true hospitality in their own way, and at the heart of it all are these core service skills. These skills are important and valuable when providing great guest experiences, no matter which hotel or brand we work for. Throughout the course, you will be using your workbook to test what you have learned and reflect on how you can use these service skills to make sure you are providing true hospitality to every guest. Each skill also comes with specific and unique service actions. You can find examples of these actions on your service action cards. These cards are guides that you print and use during and after the course. They will help you practice your service actions, so when interacting with guests, you are positive, confident, listening attentively, and responsive. We will refer back to these cards at the end of each skill. With only a little practice, these skills can help you stay positive and confident, respond to guests' needs, and create genuine connections with the people around you, giving you everything you need to deliver the promise of true hospitality. What is true attitude? Can you be as positive about the bad days as the good ones? Is there a way to stay positive every day, despite challenges that might appear in your work or personal life? There certainly is, by using true attitude. Together, we are going to explore exactly what true attitude is and how to use it. We will take a closer look at how to explain true attitude, understand why it's important, and describe what it looks like. First, let's look at how we explain true attitude. True attitude is about being caring, wanting to make a positive difference, and building genuine connections with guests. Meet Emma. Emma is a positive person who shows true attitude every day. Let's take a look at how Emma handles the following scenario to help explain the importance of true attitude. Emma could have let her bad morning affect her attitude. Instead, we can tell that Emma is excited about being at work and making sure that guests feel welcome, cared for, and special. Emma chose to have a true attitude, making a genuine connection with the guest and delivering the promise of true hospitality. Her good mood impacted and improved the guest's mood, which will help Emma stay positive too. Now, let's meet Lucas. Lucas is Emma's food and beverage colleague. Unlike Emma, Lucas started his day feeling grumpy and discouraged. His negative attitude affected how he felt about his day and clearly showed in his behavior. Do you see the difference that Emma and Lucas's attitudes make to their interactions and communication? Lucas's attitude negatively affected the way he approached his colleagues and his tasks for the day. This influenced the way they responded to him in return, which further fueled his negative attitude. So how does Emma manage to maintain a positive attitude, but Lucas doesn't? Well, have you ever noticed that if you think of a task as dull, it will turn out to be dull, or that one of your usual tasks can seem frustrating because of something else frustrating that happened earlier in the day? Emma has used true attitude to make sure this doesn't happen. To stay positive, she takes a quiet moment to herself. She uses this moment to remind herself that her actions have an impact on the guest, and that she cares about her guests and making a positive difference in their day. She trusts in her abilities and the fact that she brings value to her job. She decides not to let the challenges in her day stop her from staying positive, proactive, and genuine during her interactions with guests and colleagues. This is what true attitude looks like. Each day at work, you make a difference, but whether it's a positive or a negative difference is your choice. True attitude helps you approach every day with positivity and enthusiasm. You should be proud of every task you complete using your true attitude skills. It's time for you to reflect on what you have learned. Communicating positively. Having a true attitude isn't only about deciding to stay positive throughout the day. It's also about showing that attitude to others, and about understanding how that attitude is expressed through what you say and how you say it. Positive communication is a vital part of true attitude. By understanding the two types of communication and the impact your attitude has on communication, we will see how attitude is conveyed to guests and colleagues and why it's so important to stay positive. There are two types of communication: verbal and nonverbal. Verbal communication is how we use words to get our messages across and includes everything we say, which words we choose, and the tone we adopt when we speak. Think about the last time you were really happy or really sad. Did the way you speak change? Did you change the volume of your voice or the kind of words you used? But speech isn't the only way we communicate. We also use our bodies. This is called nonverbal communication and refers to things like facial expressions, posture, eye contact, and hand gestures. For example, if a guest smiles at you, you can tell they are in a good mood. Likewise, if a guest approaches with a frown on their face, you know that they are unhappy about something. This is why it's so important to understand the impact your attitude has on communication. The way that you communicate shows people what you are feeling. No matter what kind of mood you are in, even if it's an indifferent mood, this will come across in your communication, whether you intend it to or not, and will impact the way you interact with guests. Remember Emma? In the previous lesson, we saw how she interacted with a guest who was clearly upset. Emma could see the guest's attitude from his body language. Emma's attitude also showed in the way that she communicated with the guest. When you have a genuinely positive and caring attitude like Emma, it comes through in the way you interact with guests and colleagues, and it affects them. Do you see how Emma positively affected the guest? By communicating positively, Emma is able to provide caring service, make a positive difference, and build genuine connections with guests, which is what true attitude is all about. It's time for you to reflect on what you have learned. True attitude, lasting impression. You will use your true attitude skills and what you have learned about how to communicate positively to help deliver the promise of true hospitality. But how can you show guests and colleagues that you have mastered true attitude? To help develop true attitude skills, we are going to demonstrate how to create genuine connections with guests and leave lasting impressions. This includes how to use the first guest interaction to make a positive impact, as well as a few helpful tips on leaving lasting impressions. Creating a genuine connection with your guests is one of the things that make true hospitality so special. They can help deliver the great service guests expect. But how exactly do you create them? And how can you make sure a genuine connection turns into a lasting impression? First impressions count. They're an early opportunity to begin building a meaningful connection with guests, and this is where your positive attitude can make a big impact. Do you notice the difference between the two check-ins you just saw? The first front desk colleague, Jamil, really knows how to use the first guest interaction to make a positive impact. When the guest is 10 steps away from the desk, he makes eye contact and smiles. And when the guest is 5 steps away, he warmly greets the guest. Do you see how the 10-5 rule helps make a good impression before the guest has even reached the front desk? Jamil's body language is welcoming and shows the guest that he is ready to assist. He uses the guest's name to make him feel at ease and comfortable. He maintains just the right amount of eye contact when listening, and he nods to show he understands the guest's questions. And as the guest leaves, Jamil reminds the guest of his name and he tells the guest not to hesitate to contact him if he needs anything. Do you see how Diana, another front desk colleague, missed an opportunity to establish a connection with the guest? A first impression is only the initial step in creating a meaningful connection. It takes a little more work to leave lasting impressions that will help you deepen your connections with guests. This is where positive communication becomes a useful tool. For example, the words you choose are important. Always greet the guest warmly and sincerely. You could say good morning or welcome. Use please and thank you when talking to guests. And always use the guest's name. It's also important to use a natural tone of voice. Tone is the volume, clarity, and speed of your speech. Speaking too loudly or too quickly can make guests feel rushed, but a calm, friendly tone will show the guest that you are genuine and approachable. Start conversations with guests by going up to them when you can see they have a moment to talk, or that they need help. Be proactive and friendly. Take a moment to ask yourself who the guest is and why they have chosen your hotel. Perhaps you know something specific about them from the guest arrivals report that can help you start a conversation with them. Or you could ask more general questions about their stay. For example, are you enjoying your stay? Be helpful by recommending local tourist hotspots or restaurants. This will show the guest that you are interested in providing a genuine, personalized experience. For example, Jamil asks this guest what he's most looking forward to seeing in the city and discovers the guest has a keen interest in books. Jamil recommends a popular bookshop close to the hotel, and it's clear the guest really appreciates this extra care. Doing all these things takes confidence, which we will learn more about in the upcoming True Confidence lessons. But true attitude is the first skill you need when you build genuine connections with guests and help add value to the guest's experience by creating a lasting impression that they will remember and appreciate long after their stay has ended. It's time for you to reflect on what you have learned. Conclusion. True attitude is about being caring, wanting to make a positive difference, and building genuine connections with guests, which is a big part of delivering true hospitality. By having a positive attitude and deciding not to let setbacks affect how Emma felt about her day, she helped us explain true attitude and why it's important, the impact attitude has on communication, and how to create genuine connections with guests that leave a lasting impression. True attitude makes a positive impact on your day, influences how you treat others, and helps you overcome the moments in the day that challenge you. Using these opportunities and choosing to stay positive is what having true attitude is all about. Throughout these lessons, Emma has helped us understand why true attitude is so important. You saw how her true attitude helped deliver the promise of true hospitality. You have also seen how Lucas missed opportunities to interact with his colleagues in a meaningful way because of his attitude. How do you think Lucas could have made more of an effort to make a positive impact? Could he have communicated in a more positive way? Lucas sees firsthand how his attitude affected Emma. He realizes that he doesn't need to let the challenging moments in his day affect his interactions with others. Remember, you decide whether to make a positive or negative impact on guests. Your attitude affects the people around you, and it influences how they treat you. Making a colleague's day a little easier, giving great service to a guest, or having a meaningful conversation benefits your attitude. Doing good makes you feel good. This is what having true attitude is all about. True attitude is a way to improve how you connect with people around you, a way to create genuine connections with guests that leave a lasting impression, a commitment to make a positive difference to the service you deliver. It's time for you to reflect on what you have learned. Use your workbook and write down what your guests and colleagues will see, hear, and experience that is different and better than what you do now. You should also use the information and examples on your service action cards to bring the service skills to life and to help you demonstrate true attitude.